Good morning, everybody. We are in the lobby, and as you can see, it's completely dead because Taylor made me get up at like 5:45 to come down here and walk around. Because oftentimes, if you want to get like some good empty shots of the lobbies and the hotels, restaurant. I haven't had any coffee yet either. But if you want to get some great open shots of like the lobbies and the restaurants on the ships, most of the time, the only time to do that is first thing in the morning or super, super late at night. So we've kicked the day off quite early, doing another tour because like I said yesterday, we didn't really get to see all of the ship, I don't think. So that's what we're doing today. So let's go walk around, tour the ship a little bit more, and see where the day is going to take us. Go-kart racing, sliding. I need to get some coffee. There's Starbucks downstairs. Let's get some. So we thought we'd come back out to the glass kind of walkway out here over the water, which is really cool. And you can see that the sun is starting to come up here for us. But out here on the ocean walk, as they call it, there's actually some really cool pools down here that are infinity edge, and they look right out over the edge to the ocean. So we're going to make our way down this way. Now, I will say one thing that I do really like about this kind of ocean walkway, I love kind of like this modernized style of like art, the seats, and just like it's a little bit different. Kind of cool. I feel it. I like it. So Taylor and I came out towards the front of the ship, and we are now making our way towards the back. So the back of the ship is kind of where like all the cool stuff is, more for adults, I think.
This is one of the infinity pools on the ship. There is one located on either side of the ship, and it's a popular spot. There are both chairs and day beds to relax while not enjoying the scenic ocean views from the pool. From here, we made our way inside to the Indulge food hall for some breakfast. And the Indulge food hall offers a variety of different options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And most is included, but there are some options and items that may not be, and you may have to pay extra for. But it's also worth noting that depending on where you sit, so if you sit at a specific station, you'll only be able to order food from that station. But if you sit at a table, you can get food from any of the stations via the iPads or little things on the tables.
Tablets?
That's it.
Now, I will say for our sailing and for breakfast, they don't have a ton of different options for you to choose from, but they do have some good sandwiches, I think. They have a bowl of fruit.
You mean like in here in Indulge food hall?
And we've got this, which is eggs and chili con carne and hash browns with some cheese on it. So there's not a ton of options here in the Indulge food hall, but it's a little bit different, and we thought that we'd give it a try because normally on most Caribbean sailings or any cruise sailing, we always usually go to the buffet. So
We do.
it's something that's a little bit different.
Yeah, we wanted to try something different, and it's like a really cool vibe in here. Like there's a bunch of different sections that are all themed completely different. So we sat in the one that's nice and bright, and it's actually called the Garden, which I love. So yeah, excited to eat breakfast. It still feels super early, but it's fine.
After breakfast, we continued touring around the ship, seeing Le Bistro, Los Labos, Nama, where we are eating dinner later, Hasugi, Sid Norman's, where you'll find nightly entertainment, and by this time, the slides upstairs were open, so let's go get our slide on.
All right, so right here, what's really cool about the Norwegian Prima, it actually has 3 different slides that you can take advantage of. They're all included, and what's really cool is that 2 of them are just kind of like your regular dry slides that have like a little like bag or kind of thing that you sit on to help you to slide down. And then there's another one that is a drop slide. So I'm going to do these ones first, and then we're going to go over and do the drop slide next. And hopefully it's fun. And we'll see if they let me take this. If they don't, you don't get to see what it looks like. And I just get to still enjoy it. Oh, wait. Might as well just give that to you now. Can I take this like this? Yeah?
Pull yourself, and once you're down, hold elbows in.
Okay.
Okay, enjoy.
Thank you. Oh yeah, that was awesome. That was actually a lot of fun, and it's if you've ever done Oasis class ships for Royal Caribbean and their big long dry slides, it's exactly the same as that. But this one I think actually might have been a little bit faster, a little scarier too. It was really fun. So let's go over here and see if we can do the drop slide as well. So this drop slide is actually kind of unique because you have to lay like on a mat that is designed to kind of help you slide through. Apparently there's a guy that just got stuck, so hopefully I don't get stuck too. We'll see.
Four, three, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah! Oh, I got stuck. We have found ourselves at a bar that doesn't make Mai Tais for Taylor. What a shame. But they do make gin and tonics, which is great for me. So here on deck 8, we are actually at the whiskey bar. And so they've got, you know, all kinds of bourbons and whiskeys that you can choose from. And Taylor went with a glass of Prosecco. So we've been trying to slowly make our way around to most places on the ship. We still haven't made it through the casino yet. I got to see if they've got any quarter push games, you know, because that's what I like to play. And tonight we're actually going to be eating at Nama, which is a sushi restaurant, and I think Taylor's really going to enjoy it. And I will probably find myself at the buffet or one of the other food places afterwards. So we'll see. But it's not actually super busy in here, which is really nice. So, and it's a nice place to hang out. The sun is beginning to set here for us. And it's really great views. So this is a great bar just to kind of hang out, socialize, and chat.
For dinner tonight on the Prima, we are eating at Nama, and I've had one dish so far, and it is absolutely amazing. So I did get a cocktail tonight. This is a lychee cocktail, and then to start, I had the tuna volcano, which is basically like a sushi nacho. It has eel sauce and spicy mayo, tuna, some jalapenos, scallions, cilantro. These wonton chips are amazing, and just the simple flavors that come with it, perfection.
So for dinner tonight with a credits, it works maybe a little bit differently than doing it a la carte. And so we got to pick off 4 items from the menu, and what I started with there was the shrimp tempura hand roll, and it was really, really good. It's fantastic. So the setting here is very small. It's very kind of like intimate like feel because there are so few seats in here. They do have a bar seating where you can watch them make the sushi up at the front, but all in all, I mean, so far it's pretty good. So
This meal was great, and we spent a little too much time talking with our neighbors and not about the food. But Taylor got the beef carpaccio and the karaage fried chicken, which was fantastic. And I went with the rock shrimp tempura and the pineapple carpaccio.
So for dessert, Taylor didn't get dessert.
Did not.
And you guys know I never eat dessert, but I did decide to get with this pineapple carpaccio, which I've never seen before. But we've got some pomegranate seeds in here. We've got pineapple. I'm assuming maybe that's watermelon. And some flower petals on there. And then, I don't know, maybe simple syrup drizzled over the top. We'll find out here in a second. It's really light and refreshing, actually. Yeah, it's really good. So Taylor and I have found ourselves at the Metropolitan Bar Lounge area here.
This was our very first bar after we boarded the ship yesterday. We're back again.
What'd you get? A drink that I would never expect Taylor to get.
I got the pineapple surplus. Well, it's got pineapple juice, but it's got other stuff in it, but it's definitely got like a sour taste to it.
But there was nothing else really on this menu that I wanted. I mean, I definitely could have like ordered something else, but it's just easier for me to look at a menu and be like, make me this.
I got the Prima Donna. This is the drink that I got the first day, and of course we didn't really show any video because it was kind of like overwhelming yesterday getting on the ship and embarkation and stuff. So for me anyways, because I have problems. But yeah, this is like a rum old fashioned, which is really cool. It has rum, homemade banana peel syrup, walnut bitters, and then the orange peel. And if you're not doing a dining package, if you're not doing a drink package, this is 12 bucks. So I don't think it's like outrageously expensive for what would be like a rum old fashioned as far as like individual drink pricing goes. I think it's actually pretty reasonable. And it tastes really good when you don't drink the orange peel. All right, so this is Taylor's and myself's first time. This is our first time here at Great Stirrup Cay. So we don't know what there really is to kind of like walk around and do or see, but what we're trying to do is see if we can get a good photo of the ship from the beach area. Now, something I do want to mention for Taylor and I, this sailing is very unique in that it's like the inaugural for the ship out of Miami. So it's a short cruise. And with that being said, that there wasn't a lot for us to be able to choose to do because of how the sailing, I guess, was set up. So we do have some snorkel stuff to go snorkeling. I don't know if we're actually going to do it. So here's some good behind the scenes stuff. This is where we get to figure out how to set stuff up when we don't have a tripod or the Joby. So we're trying to get like a little photo here with the swings and the ship out here, and hopefully we'll be the only ones out here for like the next 15 minutes or so trying to figure this out before a bunch of other people make their way over here. Now, the beach here is really, really beautiful. The sand is nice and white, and it's very loose. It's tough to walk in. But I will say probably one of the weirdest things is being on the beach and looking out at the Royal Caribbean ships and their hot air balloon out there, or helium balloon, I guess it is. But the island here, though, still, I mean, I love this kind of like cay, or this lagoon-like area. It's very similar to Castaway Cay for us. And there's some people out there already snorkeling. We've got people kayaking. They've got some swings out there. So it's a pretty nice little place. And if you want to go ziplining, which is really cool, they've got the zip line over here on what would be kind of like the lighthouse here of Great Stirrup Cay. So it's a cool place. All right, we're on the GoPro, and Taylor's down in the water. You probably hear the water sloshing. Don't know how good the audio is going to be. It is, it's a really, oh my gosh, it's a little chilly, actually. It's cold. So we're in the water, and obviously it gets deep very, very quickly here. So I can kind of really see the need to have all of these like floating mats. It's kind of essential to have because, you know, we're only maybe 10 feet away from the beach, and it's pretty deep right now. Now that also may be because the tide is up, because yeah, there's swings over here that are in the water that are still in the water, so the tide is probably up right now, which doesn't help. But it is getting a little busy though, as you guys can see. All right, so we are going to go get lunch, and you're gonna get the awesome view of the bill of my hat. I have no idea where the plates are at. So we've got pork, maybe a knife. So we've got kind of like the standard kind of stuff here. Some potato salad and salads, cold salads. I feel like we might be kind of going in the opposite direction, but maybe not. Sometimes layout here is doesn't always seem to make sense. Grilled onions and sauerkraut jerk chicken. Taylor got a piece of that. I think I'm gonna skip that. Oh, but I'm gonna get some of this chili here because it looks pretty good. Put that on our hot dog. Oh, ribs, barbecue pork spare ribs. I'm not a fan of pork, but we'll grab one and try it. corn. Oh yeah, Taylor was just singing the corn song. Some rice. So Taylor got one too. I am shocked that you got one.
I need ketchup.
Okay. All right, so I've got my food, and Taylor's got
lots of food.
Taylor's got her food over there. What do you got?
All kinds of stuff. Jerk chicken, corn, ribs, burger, a giant prawn.
I can't believe you got that.
Why?
Like, that's really shocking. I don't know.
I love seafood.
Are you gonna take the head off and slurp it out?
Should I try it?
I think you should. You should definitely try it.
We'll see.
Jiggle it around.
My money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds. It's pretty good.
Is it like a lobster? It's not.
Yeah, it is. That's why.
So once we finished eating, we really didn't spend that much more time on the island, but it is really, really nice. The zip lining looks super cool, and it is quite a big space. I actually walked to the very far end to try and get like a few shots from the far end of the island back towards the Norwegian Prima. But then we made our way back onto the ship and got some really great views from there as well. Now, just as you know, you can see the ships off in the distance. That means that the ship actually has to tender here at their island. So hopefully sometime in the future, maybe they'll be able to dock, so you don't have to worry about the tendering, because it can be troublesome for some people.
So we are finally on our last night here on the Prima, getting to experience a little bit of something here in the theater, which is kind of cool, and that is improv. So they've got a stand-up comedian who's coming in. It's a good show, I'm sure, hopefully, right? Because nobody likes a bad comedian. But after this, later tonight, this is actually going to transform into a disco dance party that we're going to come back to and see. So hopefully that should be fun and interesting, because you guys, if you've ever watched us before, you know that I've got killer dance moves. All right, well, that is going to do it for us here on the Prima. We only got a little kind of like sampling taste of the ship in the itinerary.
Sampling taste.
Yeah, you know, it's like a little sampler, right? We didn't have like a full cruise itinerary. Things were operated a little bit differently because this is a unique sailing, being that that's like the inaugural kind of thing for agents and for team members or crew members from Norwegian. So it was a little bit different, but nonetheless, we still had a great time.
We sure did. The ship is absolutely beautiful. There are so many bars and lounges on this ship and places to eat. And the ship is just set up so much differently than many other ships. I mean, you know, you'll find places that are in the exact same spot on other ships, so it's easy to remember, oh, the theater's up in the front of the ship. Like, the theater's always in the front of the ship. And normally the buffet is in the back on one of the top decks.
Usually.
And that's how it was here. But Deck 8 was my absolute favorite deck, with having Ocean Boulevard, the little ocean walk, Infinity Beach, back at the Indulge food court or food hall. Amazing.
Yeah. It was good, and I think we are definitely going to have a fantastic time in 2024
Yes.
on our Northern European cruise, which sets sail from Iceland and finishes near London. Obviously not in London, but very close to.
And this is a group cruise.
It is. It's a group cruise.
So if you would like to join us on the Norwegian Prima in 2024...
we would be happy to have you.
We would.
I'm not sure where Taylor was going with that. But,
I'm not sure where I was going with that either.
So we had a great time. And let us know if you are planning to set sail here on the Prima, and maybe like what you would enjoy or what you're looking forward to. Yeah. And we'll see you all in the next one.